Big ante, you can limp a little anyway.
Yeah?
Paul.
Especially
He's
for
lurking
this-
around.
Don't share the secrets, Tom.
When have you played Big Ante?
Nick, go
Quite
ahead.
a lot of big ante.
Played Big Ante a lot.
Yeah.
How
Kilo and the limp.
Obviously,
How
I'm
rich?
pushing a lot for Big Ante online and live. Stuff,
It's way better. It's more fun.
Punishers and nits and business and VIPs aren't playing out of position. That's
The
where
most aggressive guy just picked up the number
all the money's
one.
lost out of position.
Right.
But we have tough seat.
It's fine. I don't care.
Come on, everyone's an extra bit Hank.
Heads
We
up.
are playing 500, 1,000 with a $3,000 big blind ante on Hustler Casino Live. One of the greatest poker players of all time, Tom Dwan, limps under the gun with a 10-2 of diamonds. You may say, huh? Well, yeah, huh is correct. That said, that gigantic ante should make you want to play way more hands than normally, and you also want to see a whole lot more flops because you're getting really good odds. I don't know about 10-2 of diamonds, but you should be considering having a limping range. Anyway, over around to LSG Hank. He makes it 6,000 out of his 1.1 million stack with a mystery hand. We'll keep it a mystery until we get to the end. Over around to Doug Polk. In the small blind, he makes it $30,000 with the ace of spades, ace of hearts. Tom Dwan plays the 10-2 of diamonds perfectly from here. He folds. LSG Hank says, let's see a flop in position.
Everyone just like you through that Hank.
65,000 in the middle. Whatever sizing Doug chooses is the right sizing.
23.
People don't realise.
A little more than 1/3 pot.
But we have tough seat.
The flop comes Queen of Hearts, 4 of Diamonds, 3 of Clubs. This is an amazing flop for Doug Polk because LSG Hank probably doesn't have a whole lot of hands like sets, 2 pairs, etc., right? You're not worried at all about him having Queen 4 suited, Queen 3 suited. Maybe he could have 4-3 suited, but probably not. He probably just limped that in this gigantic ante game, or maybe he raises, but there aren't very many combinations of that. He certainly could have pocket queens or 4s or 3s, but again, he may not even raise pocket 4s or 3s pre-flop, depending on how exactly he's going to combat the initial limp from Tom Dwan. So this is a board that's really, really, really good for Doug Polk. He really, in my mind, has the effect of nuts unless he's running into exactly pocket queens. So on boards that are not very coordinated, or at least not in ways that your opponent should have, you often want to be betting frequently and small with your best made hands. Now, we are incredibly deep stacked, so for that reason, I think Doug could justify betting on the bigger side in this scenario. The pot's 65,000, and he decides to go 23K, which, you know, is good. Again, fine, reasonable, good. But in this game where maybe the players are a little bit more call happy than normal, which is often the case on Hustler Casino Live, it seems, and with exactly pocket aces that is going to get full value from pocket pairs and maybe even other ace highs, I think I'd go more like 30 or 35. I know that sounds like I'm nitpicking, but you want to make the pot bigger when you have the super nuts. And this is a spot where, while Tom does lose a ton to, well, he's going to lose a ton of money to pocket queens, I think he's going to get a whole lot of value from all the other stuff. Anyway, he goes 23K. LSG Hank finds the call. Let's go to the turn.
But we have
111,000 in the middle. Guess how much Doug will bet. It's like a little poker test you can take. See how close you are. I'm going to say 75. 81. All right.
I think we'll go to Andy. And you get more multi-way tops because of it. So effectively solve it. You should speak to a friend of mine coming here called Michael Kim, the owner of GG. I'm telling him he should be using Big Ante online. You should.
but we have tough seat.
The turn is the 8 of diamonds. Now the board is way more draw heavy because Hank certainly could have called the tiny flop bet with hands like Jack 10, 10-9, Jack-9 with backdoor flush draws. He may randomly have something like King-8 with a backdoor flush draw. So this is a spot where Doug does want to bet big. As the board contains more draws your opponent could logically have, you typically want to be using a bigger size with your hands that are almost always good, but vulnerable. Pot's 111,000. Doug goes 81,000, which I think is great. LSG Hank calls again. What do you think he has? Think about it. Keep it in mind. Let's go to the river.
Should we be TJ three blinds, which is really bad, isn't it? 3 blinds. Because by playing out of position, I mean, I can play in position, but you got to learn about it, haven't you? What to bet, when to check.
Doug is targeting a queen. He's going huge. 200,000.
The river is the 9 of hearts. Jack 10 gets there. Random 9-8 backdoor draw gets there. Queen 9 gets there. Doug Polk does not care, though. He goes for full value. $200,000 into the $273,000 pot with his pocket aces. He's trying to get paid by a queen or an underpair. I like it. Let's see how LSG responds.
But we have tough seat. It's fine. I don't care. But we have tough seat. It's fine. But we have tough seat. It's fine. I don't care.
Doug is really hoping to hear call.
I think a high stroke is so important to have that big ante. A high stroke.
Old Texas poker has pretty good. Is it 300? But we have tough. All in.
All in.
All in, says Hank.
Wow.
After a lot of thought, LSG does not fold. He does not call. He puts Doug Polk all in for $737,000 more. What a disastrous spot for Doug. Well, now you've watched the hand, you got to figure out what you would do. Would you call or would you fold? Let me know in the comment section below. And try to put Hank on one specific hand. Go down there, make a point to do it, and click the like and subscribe button while you're down there.
How much is it? Oh, it's like, oh, I don't think I can.
You can't call.
Okay. Thank you.
But we have tough seat. It's fine.
Put 200 in and then.
What?
I can just have so many other hands.
Doug hates folding,
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it.
but you got to believe his plan was to bet 200 and fold to a jam.
No, if you're gonna do that, do it.
Here's the jam.
3, 36,
chocolate one.
What a miserable spot for Doug. I do not know anything about LSG Hank's strategy in general. If he's loose, aggressive, splashy, badly, for all I know, he'll take a random hand containing a jack or a 10, like ace 10 of clubs, and bluff with it on the river. That's not beyond the realm of possibility. That said, in terms of value hands that make a whole lot of sense, obviously jack 10 makes a lot of sense, but would he float those on the flop? Probably only 3 combinations of those, right? Next, could he have pocket 9s or pocket 8s? He'd definitely call 8s on the flop. He'd definitely call or raise it on the turn, and the question becomes, would he jam it on the river? Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't, thinking that maybe Doug folds everything in this scenario. That's not jack 10 or a set. Would he jam pocket 9s? I don't know. I think, by the way, in this scenario, you should be jamming with pocket 8s and pocket 9s because those are pretty unlikely for Doug to have to re-raise pre-flop, bet the flop, and then blast the turn, at least pocket 9s I'm talking about. So I think 9s can easily rip it in. Queens can easily rip it in. And jack 10. I'm not really sure you need to be jamming much more than that besides some sporadic bluffs with a jack or a 10. So what do I think he has? I'm going to give him pocket 9s. Let's see what Doug does.
9, 30, 3, 6, 5.
Should just check somewhere.
If he does call, this will be the largest pot in the history of Hustler Casino Live. Over
You
$2
turn something into a bluff.
million.
But we have tough seat.
I would rather have ace queen. I think. I would rather have ace queen.
Yeah.
Of course,
Blinds is this?
you'd rather have ace queen.
I like it. But we have tough seat. It's fine. We don't care.
Can't read that, man, can you?
I can't really have that much better stuff.
Uh-oh.
Can you share what you have? Thank you.
Really good players when
I
they
wish I knew
can't.
anything about you, Hank, other than we took a picture together last year.
When they can't have better stuff,
I think I'd rather have ace queen. Sorry, yeah, I'd rather have ace
they're
queen.
inclined to call.
Could have some occasional sets. Not that much stuff. Not that much stuff. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to occasionally put it in.
Wow.
Better to not have a diamond. Maybe not. Yeah, better not.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, guys.
Take your time. Tom might call the clock.
Definitely better to not have a diamond,
I can never turn it off.
because that means Hank could have missed diamonds.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to 1 out of 4 times. I'm gonna call.
Okay.
Wow.
So I got a heart and a spade. I'm gonna mix them up. If it's ace of hearts twice in a row, I call. Otherwise, I fold.
Wait, can I ask a question? Is that binding?
It's 100% binding. If ace of hearts twice in a row,
Okay. Do you understand, Hank?
So Hank can show his hand now.
Guys, yeah, you guys.
okay.
Let Doug do whatever.
Okay.
They're asking
So
for you.
Nick, here you go. Okay.
They're
So
asking
so if you get spade, I fold. If you get heart, we do it again.
Can I do it?
You can go. Spade's a fold.
They're asking for no one else to be involved in this. I understand. They're telling me. I apologize.
Spade, I fold. Heart, we do it again.
I'm not picking. You have to pick.
I have to pick.
They
Okay.
said.
Okay. Spades a fold.
This is amazing.
Fold.
Fold.
Show him.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Instant legend.
Props. Hank. Hank.
Rampage who?
What's up, fish? It's a fish bluff, to be honest.
No, I blocked Jack Diamond.
Yep. You blocked Jack 10.
My story, 10 Jack Diamond.
Good story.
Wow. This guy was a late addition to the lineup.
What?
We got to doom zoom you,
I
Doug.
think he gets the stand-up game button.
After much debate, Doug decides to leave it up to the poker gods to decide if he will call or fold, and this time the poker gods reward LSG Hank. His bluff gets through with ace jack of diamonds. He crushes Doug's soul and steals this massive pot.